Jesus Christ literally came into this world, the complete opposite of everything we worship. Nigerians are some of the most religious people I've met in my life, yet there's no embodiment of God in a lot of our thinking and a lot of our being. And I feel like the reason is because there's a lot of that spiritual essence being taken away from our religious practice. Welcome to another episode on Let's Talk About Us with Uche. I am your host, Uche. If you are new to my podcast, please make sure to subscribe, share with your friends and family. If you are listening to YouTube for the first time, please make sure to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Please also subscribe and hit that bell notification so anytime I upload a video, you'd be the very first to be notified. And to everyone who's been supporting me so far, thank you so much for your continued support. I notice you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I am almost at 500 followers. My goal is to finish this year at least 1,000 followers. So please share with your friends and family. Keep coming back. Share on your social media platforms, on your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everything. Please, let's get that up to 1,000 before the end of this year. Thank you so much and welcome. So today I wanted to come out here and talk about the viral story about this pastor, Nigerian pastor. He's actually quite popular in Nigeria. His name is Pastor Suleman. I think Johnson Suleman. I'm going to try to find his full name. But he goes by Pastor Lamor. He's very famous in Nigeria, well known, one of the richest, most influential men of God in Nigeria. He's also popular outside of Nigeria. He's got millions of followers on Instagram. He's verified as well. I think millions of followers. I don't follow him like that. But I know his name. His name is popping here and there. He has a couple of churches outside of Nigeria. I know he has a church, at least one church in Canada, and at least one church in the U.S. Matter of fact, here in Houston, a couple of times when I drive around Houston, I see posters of him here and there, even in some marketplaces, billboards, signboards, and things like that. So he's a big shot. He's one of the richest. He's worth millions of dollars, U.S. dollars, by the way, Chad. He's very famous. He's well known. One of the things that makes him very famous is also the way he talks.
Who is that? Who is that person you are talking to? You know, the lady is talking to somebody and she walks out of there and says, come. Who was that person you are talking? What is going on between both of you? You are the most useless guy on the face of the earth. It means you don't know your worth. It means you feel that she can leave you for somebody else. If you know what you carry, even if 20 people are around a girl you love, it doesn't shake you because there's something you have.
He talks with a lot of authority. I guess you could say authority. To me, he comes up as narcissistic. By the way, disclaimer, this is not a bashing. I'm not trying to bash anyone. That's not the point of this particular episode. I know a lot of people, this is very viral. A lot of people have been giving their own opinions as to what they think about this man. They've been trying to throw him in the mud deliberately. That's not the point of this particular episode. This is just me giving my own analysis, my own opinion of the whole thing going down. But anyway, one of the things that makes him famous is the way he talks. He talks with a lot of authority, a lot of assertiveness, cockiness. To me, it comes up as very cocky, very rude, very narcissistic. That's what it looks like to me. I don't get why people would keep going to a church where the pastor just talks like, you can see the ego just coming out. In my opinion, if you're going to be a man of God, a leader of a church, you need to be humble. But that's just me. At least Jesus was humble. You know, like that's the point of being Christian, a follower of Christ. I don't remember reading anywhere in the Bible where Jesus was talking to people like they were beneath him. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, but you know, to which their own. But anyway, he's going viral. Like I said, Pastor Sullivan, he's a pastor, a Nigerian pastor, well known in Nigeria and also outside of Nigeria. He's going viral for some of the scandals, sex scandals as he's had with Nollywood actresses in Nigeria. So for people who are not familiar with Nollywood is essentially the same as the Nigerian version of Hollywood. Okay, so Hollywood is the American movie industry. Nollywood is the Nigerian movie industry. And there are reports, specifically by this blogger called Gistlover. They're a controversial blogger that spills all kinds of tea on the internet chat. Everybody be following this blogger, this faceless, nameless blogger. And this blogger, he or she has been reporting on this particular pastor for months now, actually for years, because this has been going on for a long time. But this recently happened a few days ago where the blogger started sharing names and pictures of actresses that have been involved in sex scandals with this pastor. And the internet in Nigeria is blowing up. You know, everybody and their mom is talking about this. It's hot cake right now. This blogger even shared inappropriate pictures of this pastor. I'm not going to share that here, you know, because y'all know how YouTube be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get flagged or anything like that. But this is a big sensation. Named a couple of big hit actresses in Nigeria who have been sleeping with this man. So basically, they sleep with them, and then he funds their lifestyle. Okay, these are actresses. When you follow them on Instagram and YouTube, they live their extravagant lifestyles. I mean, lifestyles that even people, average person in America, matter of fact, lifestyles that upcoming artists in America can only dream of, okay? And look, they make it look so easy, like to the point that you're wondering, how are you making money? Because this can't just be from acting movies or just singing. It makes no sense. You know, you see these people on Instagram, they're constantly taking vacations, you know, like sometimes every week, like literally every week, they get on the plane and fly from Lagos to Dubai for shopping, or they go to London, they go to New York, they go to LA. And every time these people fly, it's first class, sometimes in private jets, you know. And the interesting thing is the cost of living in Nigeria is significantly lower than the cost of living in America. Even in Lagos, you know, like the average Nigerian does not make that much money. Matter of fact, I was going through Facebook earlier today, and somebody in Nigeria, in the city that I'm from, in that area, in the state that I'm from, somebody posted a job opening for 20,000 naira. Naira is the currency used in Nigeria, and that is equivalent to, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's equivalent to $50 a month. So imagine where average cost of living in a state in Nigeria is about $50 to $100, not that much, you know. Compare that to the average cost of living here in America, where people earn significantly more than that. Like, I don't know anybody who makes $50 a month, maybe $50 an hour. Now imagine when you have people within the same country, within the same cost of living, the same standard of living, flying private jets, flying first class from acting movies. That makes no sense. So you see a lot of these celebrities flaunting their wealth, flaunting their extravagant lifestyles on the internet, and people are just wondering, you know, where are you getting your money from? Now, Gistlover, this blogger, has come out spilling the tea, saying that a lot of these actresses are getting their extravagant lifestyles funded by this pastor, okay? Allegedly, you know, like, I don't know shit. I don't know this man. I don't follow him religiously, you know, and some of the actresses have come debunking and, you know, basically saying that it's a lie, you know. I don't know if it's true or not. But again, this has been happening for years. This is not the first time that this man has been involved in some type of scandal resulting to this. And he did respond. I'm going to go ahead and share a video of his response, and then I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
You know, I've been busy with this crusade, and I heard that they are dragging me on social media. That the man is diabolic. Diabolic kill you there. Now me, you want drag? You want to drag me? We will drag ourselves. People, they say I know them. Some of them are people who have come to my church. I should deny my children because you are writing something. The list not long, sir. Make it 200, mumu, or dead. You want to drag a generator? Now maybe dragging. If you stop, you're not serious. We'll continue. We'll go crazy the craze. I am the one that will disappear that blog. You attack politician. You attack celebrity. You can't come back. You don't enter my trap. Is that the rubbish you want to write? They should give you money. They should pay you for this nonsense. When I saw this clip, one man will see list. One man, I was just laughing. I was calling, who be this one? Who be this one? We had this one day. This one day. And trust me, some Nigerians went to those people's pages and began to insult them. Anybody that typed an insult, anything they insult those people will backfire on them. Because let me tell you the problem. Some of us, do you know why we don't speak again concerning Nigeria? The problem of Nigeria are Nigerians. Don't talk for Nigerians. Oh, is it politicians that snatch ballot box? Rigging is Nigerians. Don't say politicians don't rig. It's Nigerians that rig. Every nation get the leaders they deserve. When you say bad leader, it's because the nation is bad. That's the truth. You don't hear story, you don't run boy. Somebody starts a line with twelve, kill you there. Now that kind of person that you listen to, if you get liver, show your face. You can't be hiding. You don't get mind. Look at me, I'm insulting you now, I show my face. If you get liver, show your face. And drop your address. Man will come meet you there. You know where. So that he posted online now. I'll be shaking. Hey, Suleman is shaking. See, they do crusade though. They're not they drag me. I go use your dragging. They popular. If you want to fight me, make sure you have oxygen. Because me, nothing they shake me up. I know some of my people be angry with me now that I spoke. Because Papa not talk, Papa no. Now don't that not talk. Now make they give them power. Everyone that have typed to insult people, all those people they were insulting online, you go to their page. All the celebrities they were insulting, all the movie people they were insulting for what they didn't do because one mumu somewhere is behind the keypad. Say Daboli kill you there. Understand how social media works. It's 5% from reality. Don't let nobody intimidate you in this life. If they give you, give them. Stop shaking. Don't pay blackmailer 1 naira. Anything you want to write it. If Rapper wants here, make it here. I've told myself, nobody will bring me down. I won't let you. I'm on an assignment. If you want to stop me, go and meet God. Only God can stop me. Now I don't abuse.
Okay, yes, in his response, it's the audacity for me. Like I said, his assertiveness, the cockiness. Personally, I don't get how people follow someone like him. That's just me, okay? Where you're talking with that much arrogance in your voice, in your tone, and people still follow you, especially as a man of God, you know, which is really ironic to me. And again, considering the fact that this man also lives a very extravagant lifestyle, you know, like he is not basic at all, you know. To me, it's just very confusing because you are supposed to be the embodiment of Christ. I mean, Jesus Christ literally came into this world, the complete opposite of everything we worship. The man was born to a poor man. His father was a carpenter. His mother was a nobody, okay? He was homeless. He had nowhere to sleep. He was basically walking through and fro the earth. Okay, he was not even married. Like we don't know anything about his personal life. We don't know anything about Jesus being extra. He wasn't even that attractive. I've talked about that in the past, even though people try to paint him like this blue-eyed, blonde, handsome hunk. Okay, I remember reading in Isaiah a few years ago when I was a kid that his skin was brown, woolly hair, his face was marked, he was not very attractive. He came in the complete opposite of everything that we worship. Yet you have people who are preaching in his name, but then don't uphold that same humility that Jesus brought to the table. It's very confusing to me. If that works for you, it is what it is, Chad. And also, let's not forget about the pastor. This also went viral a few days ago. The New York pastor, I think it was in New York, a pastor here in America. He was preaching to a congregation, you know, dripped in jewelries and whatever. And then right in the middle of service, he got robbed, okay? Like literally in the middle of service. Somebody walked in and stripped him of his money and, you know, jewelries and things like that. According to the news article, I'm gonna try to find a news article.
Police are looking for the suspects after a Brooklyn bishop is robbed of more than $1 million in jewelry, and the incident was caught on camera during a live stream.
That's right. Bishop Lamor Whitehead was delivering a sermon yesterday morning when he noticed the gun-wielding intruders. Police say the suspects targeted the bishop and his wife. No one was hurt, thankfully. Lisa Evers is in Canarsie with what the bishop had to say after this horrifying ordeal. Lisa.
Well, Stephen, Lori, this well-known Brooklyn Bishop Lamor Whitehead holds his Sunday services in the space you see right behind me, with some of the faithful coming in person and many more watching his sermons via live stream. But on Sunday, his sermon was interrupted when armed robbers burst in.
Yo. All right.
On Sunday, as Bishop Lamor Whitehead delivered his sermon for his Leaders of Tomorrow ministry, police say 3 masked gunmen stormed in and rushed right for the bishop. They took more than $1 million worth of gold jewelry and gems, including a Rolex watch from the bishop and his wife.
When I see them come into the sanctuary with their guns, I told everybody, get out.
No shots were fired. People here are stunned.
It was just shocking to know that in this neighborhood something like that would happen. And it's thrilling for the people that come to church that day. It's horrible. It's sad to know what's going on in the world right now.
The armed robbers ran out and then police say jumped into a white Mercedes for their getaway. Bishop Whitehead was in the news last May for attempting to negotiate the surrender of murder suspect Andrew Abdullah, wanted for the Q train shooting that took the life of Daniel Enriquez, who was on his way to Sunday brunch. Whitehead drove his $400,000 Rolls Royce to the 5th Precinct, but the NYPD took Abdullah into custody without his help. Whitehead has had his own contact with the criminal justice system, serving 5 years behind bars for identity theft and grand larceny.
You know, it's my prerogative to purchase what I want to purchase. If I worked hard for it, I can purchase what I want to purchase.
Now, Mayor Adams took on the role of mentor to Bishop Whitehead when he was released from prison to help him turn his life around. He told the Daily News he'll do whatever is necessary to find those responsible. The NYPD tells us that a 911 call was made from the location and that this investigation is ongoing. We're live in Canarsie. I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News.
According to the news article, they walked away with at least $1 million worth of jewelries, or at least $1 million worth of something. I don't know if it's jewelries or money or whatever, but imagine being a man of God, a pastor, and I'm not judging, maybe I am judging a little bit, but I just find it very strange that a man of God in today's time and with this economy, I mean, people are struggling, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're still going through this whole COVID issue. A lot of people are still out of jobs, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you're coming from a place like Nigeria. You know, like I said earlier, Christ came in the complete opposite of everything that we worship, but to each their own, I suppose. The reason why I'm bringing up this particular episode is to talk to my Nigerian brothers and sisters. I've talked about this so many times. But first of all, I don't have any problems with religion at all. I actually do respect religion. But unfortunately, the religious practices that we have in Nigeria are not ours. I've talked about in the past that spirituality is individual, but religion is cultural. And Christianity and Islam is not our culture. And there's nothing wrong with adopting a culture that is not yours. You know, there's a lot of things about me that is not necessarily historically mine that I've come to adopt. You know what I'm saying? When it's done naturally. But I feel like that because of how religion came to Africa, you know, either through slavery from the Arab people or from the Europeans, or you know, through whatever manipulation tactic that they had, trying to enslave our people, I feel like the spiritual essence of religion was taken away from religion, that a lot of people are just churchgoers or mosque goers in Nigeria. There's no sense of spirituality within our religious practices in Nigeria. Hence why a lot of people fail to have the spiritual discernment to see when something or a person who claims to be a representative of God is not necessarily living up to that lifestyle. I don't know if that makes sense. Again, I'm not trying to shade anyone, and I'm not even necessarily talking about this pastor specifically. I'm just talking in general. There's a lot of manipulation in the name of God happening in Nigeria. Matter of fact, a few years ago, I was having a conversation with somebody. He told me, if you want to start a business, the fastest way to start a business in Nigeria is to start a church, because the people are so gullible. All you have to say is say the name of Jesus or say God, and you've basically gotten them. I don't know if this is because of desperation, poverty, poverty in spirit, lack of education. I really don't know what this is. Like I mentioned before, Nigerians are some of the most religious people that I've met in my life, yet there's no embodiment of God in a lot of our thinking and a lot of our being. And I feel like the reason is because there's a lot of that spiritual essence being taken away from our religious practice. And then looking at some of the celebrities, when you look at some of these celebrities, the way they live their lives on Instagram, first of all, this whole Instagram thing, I don't take social media that serious. I barely even post on my own Instagram. I actually started posting a lot more now because I'm trying to market myself, so I can grow my platform. A lot of these lifestyles that some of these celebrities are pushing online, not just the Nigerian ones, the American ones do it, not just also the American ones. It's very rampant. Even matter of fact, it's not just celebrities, even lay people are on Instagram doing all kinds of dumbass shit just for attention. And just like my girl Lovely T said a couple of times, the biggest currency today is not money, it's attention. A lot of people be doing all kinds of shit for attention online. It's so sad, even on my own timeline, I just be scrolling through, I see so many people with their fake ass relationships, fake ass this and fake ass that, trying to prove something that they're not, trying to prove that they're happy, expensive dinners and expensive lunches and expensive vacations and all kinds of shit, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, moderation is attractive. Silence is loud. This is just my opinion, okay? Like, for me, this is just my mentality. If you have to be online every single day to tell people how happy you are, that tells my discernment that you're not as happy. Because the empty barrels make the loudest noise, okay? You're trying to prove something. Again, unless you're marketing yourself, I understand it to a certain extent, okay? Because that's me being a pragmatist. I understand that some of these celebrities, they are their own brand. So the way that they're able to connect with their fans is through social media, like Instagram and Facebook. You go out there, you post pictures of yourself, your family once in a while. I get it. Beyonce does it. Rihanna does it. All these big celebrity names do it because they are their own brands. Like I said, I've been trying to intentionally post more pictures on my own Instagram now because I'm trying to build my own brand, and I am my own brand, Uche, the brand. Okay, so I get it. There's a pragmatic side to being on social media and making sure that you're out there to communicate with your fans and things like that. But there's a limit to it. After a while, I was like, okay, this is unnecessary. Do we really have to see this? Do we really have to see that you're flying first class? Do we really have to see that you're taking all these expensive ass trips? Do we really have to see all of this? It becomes very braggadocious. Again, going back to a group of people who claim to love God, who claim to be Christians, who claim to be followers of Christ. What about this is Christ-like? Because it comes up as very cocky, very egotistic, very braggadocious. Look at what I have that you don't have. And again, you see regular people do it. Again, I scroll through my timeline, I see this shit all the time. I always roll my eyes every time I see it because I recognize it. Been there, done that. I'm really glad that I've been there, done that. Okay, a few years ago, I used to be popping on Instagram. I'll post everything and anything. But that was because I was very empty back then, okay? I felt the need to have a bunch of strangers validate me. I would be caring. I would be watching who's following me who am I following that is not following me back so I can unfollow them. I'll be watching to make sure how many likes will this picture get. If it doesn't get that much like, I'll take the picture down. I've been there, so I recognize that. That is just because I was just so empty in spirit. And today, I see it, I recognize it, okay? It doesn't matter if you're a celebrity or you're a regular person. I see regular people do it all the time. And again, that's a sad thing too. These people recognize themselves as Christians. Some of these behaviors, if you identify as atheist, I would actually respect you because it would make sense. Like, okay, you don't believe in God, so it wouldn't make sense that you act like this. But you claim to be Christian. You claim to know God. You are doing all this shit for ego, for attention. All this shit. Just all of this. To me, it's showing me that you are empty in spirit. Maybe I'm the one who's got problems. Maybe I'm the weirdo. Okay? Your life should exemplify Christianity, Christ-like. It shouldn't be braggadocious. I've mentioned this so many times. I don't identify as Christian. I don't consider myself Christian. I was born in a Christian household, but I walked away from Christianity. I'm doing my own thing, 100%. I'm just communicating with my God. Organized religion doesn't work for me. It has never worked for me. It's not something that I fuck with. If that's your thing, I respect it. Not a problem. But if you're going to identify as Christian, as one with Christ, you know what I'm saying, somebody who is a follower of Christ, you might want to sit yourself down and ask yourself, does my actions, the things that I do, does that follow what you claim Christ is supposed to embody? I don't know if that makes sense, but because to me, when I look at this man, when I look at his track record, the way he's talking, yes, in that video, it is not, to me, it does not say Christ-like. You know, when I look at some of these celebrities, you know, the way they carry themselves on social media, doing the absolute most, it does not say Christ-like. And when you look at the whole country of Nigeria, considering the fact that these people are people, my people, you know, Nigerians are so religious, overtly religious. I mean, I can go down a whole list of religious, overly religious, annoying, obnoxiously religious things happen in Nigeria. It's like so annoying. Like we all know those uncles and aunties that won't stop praying, that won't stop calling Jesus. You know. Now I don't necessarily think that Apostle Suleman is necessarily bad. You know, like I feel like maybe this is his calling. Maybe he really did start as a man of God. You know, a lot of times, a lot of people start humble. A lot of times some people, because you do have a gift, you know, in order for you to pull that many people, you have to have a gift. Not so many people have that ability to be able to arouse a whole crowd of people. You know, he's been able to do it. Maybe that is his gift. A lot of times these kind of people start humble. They start good. They start on the right path. But like I always said, that perverse energy, that ego, you could call it ego, you could call it the perverse energy, you could call it sin, whatever you want to call it, it gets a hold of you. It understands you. It knows what you're susceptible to, you know, especially ego and pride. A lot of people are susceptible to ego and pride. A lot of people will be called into glory, and you start well, but the devil in the word understands the good work that you're doing and tries to pervert that, if that makes sense. As a matter of fact, I try to remember that myself and hold myself accountable, because the same thing can happen to me. It can literally happen to anyone. As a matter of fact, that's actually what I think happened to someone like Kevin Samuels. I feel like Kevin Samuels, when he first started, he really had good intentions. Like he had the intention of keeping us together, but eventually I feel like because he got a lot more noticed, he got a lot more popularity, you know, it got into his head. And it wasn't about the message anymore. It was more now about attention, about clicks and views. I feel like the same thing could have happened to this pastor as well. You know what I'm saying? So this is not to bash him. At the end of the day, he's human. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling the way he's talking. That's just me. I feel like the way he's talking is too arrogant, in my opinion. I don't see myself going to a church like that. You definitely can't talk to me like that, child. I grab my shit, I'll walk away, because you're not talking to me like that. But if you like it, then it is what it is. But anyway, I wanted to come out here to just share that, my own opinion about all of that, you know, Apostle Suleman, all of that, scandal allegations with these Nollywood actresses. Please share your thoughts down below. Do you agree with me that this is quite unfortunate? Do you agree with me that these men of God, like Apostle Suleman, who claim to be a follower of Christ, who claim to be a man of God, comes off as not as humble as Jesus would be? You know, basically the complete opposite of the doctrine of Christ. If you don't agree with me, also please share your thoughts below. Please do not forget to follow me on my social media platforms: Instagram, UC_images, Facebook, Let's Talk with Uche. My email address is letstalkwithuche@gmail.com. Please also make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do not forget to hit that bell notification, so anytime I upload a video, you'll be the very first to be notified. Thank you so much for your continued support. Bye-bye.